your team to win the trophy?
You know, what I told my players was very easy. When we lose against Makassar in the league, I told them that this is not the end of the day. This is not the end of the journey. I think now God is giving us a chance to win the knockout. So let us focus and concentrate to the knockout stage. You know, that what they did, we won, and today here at the semi-final we win. You know, we are in the final, and I have this belief in me that these boys will do it. Today, if you see the game, when you know we have so many injuries, even our captain, we lost the captain. You understand? Through injury, but I believe in my players. We will surely win this trophy this year. Come this year, we'll be the champions of the knockout.
Well, both teams are confident ahead of the game, but whatever the case, one thing is certain: the knockout cup final between Medina Football Club of Talending and Falcons Football Club of Abuko promises to be a pulsating encounter. The winner of the knockout trophy will go home $25,000 richer, whilst the runners-up will receive $20,000. Momodes Jalo, Sports Tonight.
From now return football to volleyball, the national female volleyball team returns home from Cape Verde, where they participated in the Zonal Volleyball Championship. The Gambia finished third in the three-nation tournament behind Senegal and Cape Verde. The Gambia lost all two of their games against Cape Verde by 3-1 and against Senegal by 3-0. The results means the Gambia missed out on qualification to the African Volleyball Championship. MS Jallo met the team on arrival at the Banjul International Airport and spoke to some of them.
Coach, tell us, how did it all went in Praia?
Yeah, it all went through in Praia. Since our departure all the way from Banjul here to Praia was a smooth travel for us. Yeah, this is why I will take up this opportunity, first of all, to thank His Excellency the President through his ministry for giving us a conducive environment for both the officials and the players to go and compete in Praia.
Give us a brief account of what happens in Praia during the tournament, the performance of your players, your team, your results.
Yeah, the performance of the players was good. If you can see, ranging from our first game that was against Cape Verde, that they are the hosts, which was not easy for us in Cape Verde because it was a very tough game where we won Cape Verde for the first set. So unfortunately they put up another formation of coming with a high standard of support in Cape Verde. That's just to make us discourage, and is where they come to capitalize. But the game was just like going very good, smoothly, because it was a very, very tough game against Cape Verde. And against Senegal also, it was a tough game on our side, but the players did extremely well, because if you check against Senegal, we never get, previous years, we never get even 10 points against Senegal. But this time around, we competed up to 15 points against Senegal. I think it's a good game for my players. Definitely, it was a good game. It was a good game.
If you said it is a good game, I tend to disagree. If you lost to Cape Verde by 3-1 and lost to Senegal by 3-0, and yet you're trying to tell me it's a good performance from your team, people out there might not, those who knows volleyball might not try to comprehend what you're trying to tell us.
Yeah, it's true. They may not understand the point that I'm trying to talk of, because if you see the team, the level of the team compared to that of Cape Verde and Senegal, definitely this is why I mentioned it is a good game. This is why I mentioned it's a good game, because compared to the previous years, when we do go out for a competition, it do be an easy ride for the opponents. But this time around, it was not an easy challenge for them. Definitely, it was very tough on them. They just put up their experience against to qualify it.
Can you just tell us the strength of the Gambian team compared to the Senegalese and also the Cape Verdeans?
Yeah, it's a competition. Competition, as you know, is always not easy. But this is why I'm telling you that the players extremely did well. Because if you can see the level of Cape Verdeans and the level of the Senegalese, each of these teams are with their professionals. Compared to Gambia, we still lack those facilities. But if you see Cape Verdeans together with Senegalese, definitely their standard when it comes to volley is above us. This is why I told you that this time around, against Cape Verde, first qualifiers, they took us 3-0 straight. This time around, we went 3-1. And all these 3 games were very challenging. So this is why I say that the players extremely did well. Definitely it was a good performance from the side.
And where do you think needs improvement in Gambian volleyball?
Yeah, good. I think these are some of the important issues that we would like to put before the ministry and then the volleyball association as well. If you can see, number one, that is by saying the exposure is very, very important. The players lack exposure. And the other thing is facilities. Facilities like this indoor game, you must be used to it. Because if you see, for us here, where we train, you cannot be skating for balls where you train here. But if you go out at the indoor game, you meet people skating for a long distance to take balls. So it's something that we don't train for. So it will be difficult to go out there and do those things as expected. And then the next thing is putting the team together to be training continuous. I think it will help too. Because if you can see, presently out there, you come to see that in Cape Verde, they respect training. Talk less of Senegal.
We went to Praia to qualify, but we were just unfortunate to not qualify in the zona. To be honest with you, we have shown out our best and we have done our best. Yeah.
What was the difference? What went wrong?
Okay, like what went wrong, it's just very easy. Compare Gambian volleyball players to that of Senegalese team and the Cape Verde team. It's just it's different. Like the Gambians, most of us, we are not exposed, we are not professionals, we don't play professional level. Some of us, this is the second time, some of us, this is the first time. Compared to Senegal, most of their players are not home-based players and Cape Verde. We did well in the sense that, like, playing against Cape Verde, this is the first time that Gambian team, you know, having a set over the Cape Verde team. And compared to our match with Senegal, Senegal always defeat us with game under 5, game under 10. And this time around, we went and competed up to game 15. I think that seeing that scores, previous scores and this scores, I think reasonability, you will know that we did our best. Yeah.
So what have you learned from the tournament?
Well, we have learned a lot, like me personally as a passer in the game, I have learned so many things that, you know, traveling ball, running ball, giving to the attacker. I think those are the things that I expect my coach when I come back, when we started training, to be in part in our training ground, and I will do well. Yeah.
What do you think must have been the difference between the Gambian team performing dismally against Senegal and the likes of Cape Verde?
I mean, I think the difference is, number one, the level of participation, the league, you know, compared to our league. I mean, the other thing is the organization aspect of it. We have to put it into consideration, and the level that these people reach, because most of them are playing, like the prior players, most of them are playing in Portugal. Senegalese, most of them are playing in France and other countries. So based on that, you know, the levels are not the same. And our team, we took almost 12 players. But those 12 players, I think 10 of them, this is their first time ever playing a championship like this. So that's the difference. So
how do we improve volleyball in this country to get to where the likes of Cape Verde and Senegal are?
I mean, to the way forward, I think I have 4 key points that definitely I have to put to the ministry and at the same time to the volleyball association. Is we have to have a continuation as far as the national team is concerned. From prior, they get to train at least 1 or 2 times in the week. And they have to start working on school league and regional league and then their national league. And they have to go out for test matches internationally and locally. And the Minister of Youth and Sports definitely has to continue facilitating like what they did, because it's really motivating. Because this time, this is the first ever, you know, they put up a fight because of the motivation they had from the Minister of Youth and Sports.
Now on Sports Tonight, we continue with our countdown of the top 50 goals scored in the UEFA Champions League with the 10 best goals scored in Europe's elite club competition. Enjoy some breathtaking goals scored by some of the greatest names of the game.
Normally when you come on as a substitute,